Hi, Bill Allen here with Mechanics Plus. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to try to explain the AC system and not necessarily how Freon works, but its effect on you and what you feel and what you can do to prevent major AC problems. So bear with me, there's not going to be a lot of FaceTime here. I'm going to zoom right in on my drawings and just kind of show you where we're at as far as what you're feeling when you turn your air conditioner on and how it all works. So let's get started. This is your face. Kind of primitive, but basically it's when you hit the AC button, you want to feel cold air. So this is a bowl of ice cubes, radiating cold air up into the atmosphere, but it's not getting on you. How do you get it on you? You need a fan. So basically what you have is a fan blowing over a cold object, taking the cold air into your face. So every time you hit your AC, this is the effect you want. So now we'll go to, what if you hit hot air? Of course, all it is basically a bowl of hot briquettes that are radiating heat, and it's blowing hot air in your face. That is how the AC system works in your car. It's that primitive, it's that easy. Now, I'm going to take away these drawings for a minute, and I'm going to show you, this is the air box in your car. Now, how it works is basically the same way. I'll even put your face back in there. Alright, so you want to get cold air blowing in your face. So you hit a button that says cold. There's a little door in the duct system under your dashboard called a temperature door. It sits in a box that holds two blocks. One block is an evaporator core, the other block is a heater core. The evaporator basically has freezing cold Freon running through an aluminum block that gets almost like a block of ice. Now, it has holes all through it. So when you turn on your air blower motor, it blows air through the block, and ice cold air under pressure gets blown through the vent system into your face. If you want hot air and you switch the dial over to hot, this shuts off the cold air door and it opens up the hot air door, and just hot air blows in your face or in your feet or wherever you want it. Now, if you want medium air, which doesn't make sense to me, it leaves the door cracked so that both cold and hot air mix and gives you a variance. So, where does this air come from? You have your outside air vents are located just at the bottom of your windshield. Now, this is a real primitive drawing of your windshield. This is like your wiper blades. And then right here, you have a vent system. It sucks air right when you hit that blower motor. The blower motor is sucking air this way, running it through the fan blades, and spitting it out down the duct system into the box that sends the air through the cold evaporator and out into your face. Since the temperature of the outside air can only drop 20 degrees, if you're in Florida and it's 100 degrees outside, you're only going to get 80 degree air coming out of your vents. So if you want your air cold, you have to hit this other button called recirculate. That recirculate button will shut a little door off and stop inhaling air from the outside and start inhaling air from inside your car down by your feet. So it's going to take the air this way, put it into the blower motor, and spit it back out into the duct system through the evaporator core into your face. But it's going to take cold air and make it colder. So that's pretty much it. In a nutshell, under the dashboard of your car, you have a duct system, vent system, air box that holds the two cubes, one hot, one cold, an air intake duct system from the blower motor, and then you have your choice of fresh or recirculated air going into the blower motor. It's that simple. Now, evaporator cores cost between $800 to $1,500. They're very expensive. You have to pull the whole car apart to get to them. On some cars, you got to pull the seats, the carpet, the dashboard, the steering wheel, everything comes out to get to this duct right here, to get this air box out. So how can you make your evaporator core last longer so you don't have to go see a mechanic in order to get it replaced? The main reason why evaporators fail, and nobody wants you to know this because the evaporator business is big business, but it fails because of acid that eats the aluminum that these blocks are made out of. So how do you get acid in there, you ask? Well, I'm going to show you. This is leaves. Simple pine needles and leaves. They fall from trees, hit your windshield, and slide down and block your outside air vents. Then you hit the blower motor. It sucks them down into the system, grinds them up in the blower motor, spits them down the intake, puts the leaves inside the air box where the evaporator core is, blows the cold air through, but the leaves stack up. And as they stack up inside here, water and leaves make tea. Tea has acid in it. The acid eats the aluminum. The aluminum eventually gets a hole in it and starts leaking Freon. The leaves no longer look like leaves, they look like sediment at the bottom of a lake. Water and leaves that are underwater for a long time turn into like muck. And that muck that has acid in it gets all around your evaporator core and eats at it. So it also blocks the little drain hole that we did have that was draining water. Everybody knows that water puddle under your car. Well, that's why it happens. The condensation that occurs on the evaporator core from cold and hot air mixing in the same box, that sweat runs down this tube and out onto your driveway. Well, once you get too many leaves in there, it no longer drains. It's stuck. It's full of leaves. So the more you pay attention to your leaves, the less problem you'll have with your evaporator core. So the only way for you to do maintenance on it in this area is check your vent system when you get in your car. If you see a lot of leaves, rake them off with your hands. Don't leave them there. Every time you wash your car, clean the leaves off. Every time you see leaves, get them off your car. That's it. It's real simple. Now, if you go to and this is the next step, a maintenance to get the leaves out. Sometimes you can remove the blower motor and stick a vacuum on this tube and suck the leaves back out. Sometimes we have a chemical that we can spray down inside the evaporator that eats away at that sediment and cleans it all out so we can wash it away. There are things that we can do to try to prevent this from happening. But this basically is a common problem. It's one of the only real problems evaporators get when they go bad, when they start leaking. And unfortunately, you don't learn about it until it's too late. So if this helped you, that's awesome. Be mindful of the leaves on your car because they are doing damage to the inside of the vent system, is basically my message. And I'll leave you with, this is my logo of my company. It's Mechanics Plus. My slogan is, do you have your mechanic's cell phone number? You do now. My cell phone is on all of my advertising. You can call me at any time if you need me. And if you have any questions, please like my Facebook Mechanics Plus page. Go to it, check like. You can message me from there if you have any questions about your car. If you just want to talk to me, hit me up on the phone. But we do all repairs. We rebuild our own transmissions. We do all our own work in the shop. We have 8 bays. I've got 3 of my mechanics have been with me for over 14 years. So if there's anything we can do to help you, I'm here located in Central Florida, just 10 miles north of Orlando, in a little town called Castleberry. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you learned a little something today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.